NBC 15 News at 11 starts now.
Now at 11, if you can get out today, do. Rain and storms in the northeast may make travel there tomorrow a little more, shall we say, difficult. Plus, almost 7 million popular coffee makers most likely in your kitchen now are being recalled today. And Pope Francis is putting some members of his flock on the naughty list this Christmas. We'll tell you who he called out in just a few minutes. Hello and good morning to you. I'm Christine Belport. Ashley is off. Let's go outside for a look at our capital sky cam. A little rainy and drizzly, but you know what? If we're not going to have a white Christmas, Charlie, I don't mind the warmer temperatures with the rain.
Well, that's what it looks like. It's not going to be warm too much longer. We'll be cooling down by the end of the week, but through the afternoon hours, we'll be in the 40s. You can see a 44 at noon, 42 at 2 p.m., 40 at 4, and then down to 39 at 6 p.m. So a slow but steady drop, some scattered showers and sprinkles throughout the afternoon with southwesterly winds. So not too bad as far as temperatures are concerned, but it will be a little wet. There is still some snow falling over central Wisconsin. I'll show you that on radar. We'll look ahead to the holiday weekend forecast, all coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Charlie. Thank you. Happening today, a big travel day ahead with those low gas prices encouraging people to drive there. And weather worries, though, do have travelers on alert, both on the road and in the air in the Midwest and out east. NBC's Jennifer Borklin is in Chicago with more.
The rush is on. 1 in 3 Americans is traveling this holiday season, and a lot of them are going to be making the trip in the next couple of days. And that's good news if you're driving. Gas prices at 5- or 6-year lows, depending on where you are. Gas in 27 states is under $2 a gallon right now. As for the airports here in Chicago, things are running smoothly today, but on the eastern seaboard, there's low visibility, there's rain, a low ceiling, and delays are expected there throughout the day. And then tomorrow, snow will be moving in to the Midwest. So check ahead with your airline. Make sure your flight's on time, and give yourself a lot of extra time at the airport to cut down on the frustration of traveling this time of year. In Chicago, Jennifer Bjorklund, NBC News.
New at 11, the Dow Jones Industrial Average broke through 18,000 for the first time ever. Experts say the surge is due to a better than expected report on the economy. Also new at 11, Keurig is recalling these 7 million Mini Plus brewing systems model number K10. Apparently, they can overheat and spray hot water during the brewing process. The company has already had 200 complaints, including nearly 100 burn-related injuries. The single-serve brewers were sold in 13 colors with silver trim. Their ID numbers start with 31. Keurig is providing a free repair. In our continuing coverage now, the Janesville Fire Department is continuing its live fire training exercises. So if you see a fire on the 300 block of Milton Avenue, they just want you to know these are what they call controlled burns. Do not call 911. They also warn there may be some traffic delays. And the first of the controlled burns was held yesterday. The exercises are happening on land where the new central fire station will eventually go. They say the new location will help when it comes to response times.
It's going to actually give us the opportunity to arrange our vehicles and have them inside so that we're not moving vehicles for responses. Certain responses, we'll have to pull one vehicle out to get another one that has to go on that particular type call. We'll have be able to move out in multi-directions.
The training on the homes will continue through January 21st, and they hope to start building the new station this spring. Also in continuing coverage, several Milwaukee City Council members are proposing police reforms in the wake of Dontre Hamilton's death. Former officer Christopher Manny shot Hamilton 14 times in a downtown park in April. Manny was fired for initiating a pat-down of Hamilton that led to the shooting. Yesterday, the district attorney cleared Manny of any criminal wrongdoing. 5 city council members have unveiled a new plan. It calls for creating a panel to advise police on community relations and evaluating officers' diversity training. They also want to expand the Fire and Police Commission, equip every officer with a body camera, and monitor certain officers for violent tendencies. In his annual message to the Vatican's administration, Pope Francis warned that it was sick, infected with gossip, pettiness, and hunger for power. His speech was a blunt critique that took senior Vatican clerics by surprise. NBC's Jim Maceda has more now from Rome.
Catholics converged today on St. Peter's Square in anticipation of Christmas. But inside the Vatican, the clergy was still reeling from the public humiliation handed them Monday by their leader, Pope Francis. In his traditional Christmas speech, the Pope lashed out at the Vatican bureaucracy, calling it a sick body, hypocritical, arrogant, and out of touch. At times, cardinals in the room looked stunned by the Pope's scathing indictment.
In the past, he's decided to use a softly approach. This time, he came down literally like a ton of bricks.
It got worse. Francis claiming some acted as if they had spiritual Alzheimer's, blinded by worldly goods and petty rivalries, forgetting why they even became priests. Why the attack? Some analysts say it's the Pope's blunt way of telling his clerics they aren't reforming their church fast enough, if at all. There's a lot of resistance still to change, he said. It's actually been increasing recently. It's been an historic year for the first Latin American Pope, softening the tone on gays within the church and helping to mediate the breakthrough in relations between Cuba and the United States. But the Pope's biggest challenge could be the one closest to Rome, cleaning up his own house. Well, some Vatican watchers are saying that 2015 is shaping up to be a showdown between Francis, elected to reform a church mired in corruption and scandal, and the very men who elected him to do the job. I'm Jim Maceda, NBC News, reporting from Rome.